is including some soft speaking besides my ramble, which I tried it out for the first time, just like a tiny bit. But this is like my actual first video that like I'm really doing it. So yeah. So today I'll be starting in a tiny bit. So today I'll be reading another poetry book. I hope this reaches her in time. And it is by R.H. Sin. And yeah, so I'll just be doing a combination of whispering and soft speaking. So yeah. So we can just get started. I will start by tapping on the book a little bit, and then after that, then we could just start reading. This book makes very like soft sounds. I really like how it sounds very smooth and relaxing and very light. So, this is gonna be so weird. I'm used to being like really close to the mic and cupping my whispering, and now I'm further away and talking louder. So, I hope that you enjoy this. So, I hope this reaches her in time. Good women are tired of giving their love to people who do nothing but break their spirit. Mighty women are tired of using their strength to hold on to relationships that aren't worthy of their energy. It's so weird to do. Like I'm going half in, half out without even trying, because I don't want it to come off too loud. Okay, I gotta get into character. Okay. These women are capable of walking away, and they will. Eventually, the girl you took for granted will take her love and give it to herself, and someday someone better than you will love her in all the ways you couldn't. The joy is replaced with the sadness. Your expectations will become disappointment. The truth was just an attractive lie, a bunch of letters forming words that came together to create sentences of manipulation. The heart becomes cold as if to lose its summer. The soul becomes tired, and you and your restless spirit. What's behind those dead eyes? You wear that blank expression like new skin. You wear sadness like the latest fashion. You wear pain like garments. You've never been draped in anguish. Don't you miss who you were before who you become took over your life? Do you miss yourself like I miss you? Do you even remember what it felt like to be happy? Have you forgotten yourself beneath your troubles? All of this for love that turned out to be hatred. All of this for a heart that never deserved yours. All of this hurt for a relationship that would never work. All of yourself, all of everything invested into something that now feels like nothing. Drops of rain on windows. The city looks like you, as melancholy fills the streets. The chill in the air feels like your breath, as the weather resembles everything that sits within your soul. You are cold, at times numb. You run from the feeling of it all. Sometimes you simply walk, but either way, it all catches up to you. Like darkness consuming light, and you are once more reminded of all the things you force yourself to forget. Aren't you tired of this? The constant struggle, the feeling of loneliness, while lying next to the one who promised to love you, but never kept their word, waiting for change, afraid to accept that it won't get better. Aren't you tired of it? The back and forth, not knowing where you stand, the wars, all this fighting, without the feeling of victory. All you felt is defeat. The girl who deserves the sun is tired of being rained on. The girl you don't appreciate will get tired of loving you. My generation is filled with lovers who will never know the true meaning of love. Relationships that feel more like a prison term and happiness. This is simply a delusion. My generation, filled with chaos, no peace. It's difficult. It's complicated. It's nothing. It hurts. It gets worse. You should have loved her when she cared. You should have tried harder for her. One day you'll miss her. One day you'll understand. There will be nights filled with darkness, and you will look for her light. There will be nights where sleep will escape you, and your mind will think of what is gone. She, like memories, will run through your brain like blood surging through your veins, and you'll reach for her hand, then find yourself lost. She could have been the love of your life, but you refused to love her. She could have been your soulmate, but I guess you'll never know. And so the loneliness will grow from the emptiness. You feel those nights will be the toughest, those mornings even tougher. It'll hurt. You should have loved her. The pain you feel will be the same heartache you put her through. You know. You'll finally understand how much it hurts to want someone who doesn't love you. You were the emptiness I felt. You were the darkness consuming me. You were the thing keeping me from happiness. I was the ocean you wanted to reverse. I was the moon. You chased the stars. I needed to find myself, but you were keeping me from me. The years I spent losing myself while trying to keep you. 1:11 in the morning, my heart is searching for a feeling that doesn't hurt. My mind just wants to think of something that'll make me smile. My heart breaks with yours, my soul just as restless as your own. I fall beside you, I understand your silence and you are not alone. You deserve so much more than what you've been given. You owe it to yourself to give yourself the love that you've misplaced in others. You are more than just a body count. You are more than just a conquest. You are more than just a name on a list of hearts that took advantage of. And even after it happens, you will always be more than they deserved. We find time to waste remembering the faces we struggle to erase. We give energy to those who give nothing in return. We learn the hard way, but instead of letting go, we stay. We love, we fall in love with relationships filled with hate. We become content with loving ourselves to wrong the mate. Crashing into walls, worsening our wounds, deepening the bruises. The endless cycle of recycling relationships that no longer deserve our attention. Being attentive to lovers who pretend to care. Constantly showing up for others who are never there. You are chained to the past. It's time to free yourself. It's almost as if her soul is a pack of wolves. She's brave, she's strong, she's unstoppable. You can miss people, but you don't have to want them back. You can forgive people, but you don't have to give them second chances. She made oceans with her tears. She used the heartache as motivation to build the boat, in hopes of sailing far away from everything and everyone who hurt her. The moon is watching you. It hears your sighs, it witnesses your struggles to close your eyes. She wore loneliness in a smile. She hid the sadness with laughter. The clouds dance around each other like lovers avoiding the truth. All of her stars are burning. Cry, empty yourself of all the pain he caused you. I was killing me to give us life. I was drowning to save the person who kept pushing my head underwater. Your absence taught me how to be my own lover. You will be ready when it is time for your heart to fight back against the one who hurt you. Girls like you have roses inside them that are strong enough to bloom through the blizzards. You began as roots, but you blossom into more. You are not your past. Be here, be present, be more. Relationships end, but your story mustn't finish. Someday, your soul will no longer linger in places where pain exists. I won't judge you or criticize you for doing what you've loved. I only wish you saw what I see when I look at you. I only wish you wished for more than what you've settled for. You are not a phase. You are not some trend. You are more than just something to do for the moment, more than a hobby, more than you may even know. You are more. You deserve more than what they're willing to give you. You, reading this, your eyes dancing on this page. You, the one who knows how it feels to have their heart racing out of their chest, overrun with anxiety, desperate for relief. It is you who wants to be loved, understood for everything that you are. It is you, the one reading this, the one who is close to tears, so close to breaking. It is you who will save yourself, because that is what you've always done, because you are strong enough to do so. There are so many wars going on at night. So many hearts are fighting to survive without light. The darkness contains everything we should forget. The regrets are magnified. The night is plagued with what-ifs. Dancing to the silence of the night, we sway like a bed of roses in the wind. He only loved you in the dark, in secret, behind closed bedroom doors. He was yours until he came and then he left. Whenever he was done, draining you of everything he ever deserved. Aren't you tired of a love that feels less than everything you claimed you wanted? Has your soul grown weary of being with someone who only wants you, but never stays? Your heart deserves better. I was standing here the whole time, my heart in my hand, prepared for commitment and eager to love, but you didn't see me till after I'd failed with the others and decided not to be your second choice, your last-ditch effort at love. I refused to be the one you chose after the ones you overlooked me for, refused to choose you. I was standing here the whole time, but you decided not to see me. Maybe the bad boys aren't good enough for you. It was raining in the park that day. She was sitting on a bench mid-May, wearing the eyes of sadness. And for the real life of me, I couldn't tell if she was crying because her tears would have blended in with the rain. Her soul as dark as the afternoon sky, and I said nothing, but wondered why the girl sitting alone, hand clutching her phone, at a loss for words, with so much pain in her heart. Thought it was royal, but all I could see is fake kings, claiming a throne they don't deserve to sit on, reaching for a crown they don't deserve to wear. He calls you mostly when you need something, haven't you noticed, pretending to give a damn about your day just to get his way. The manipulation hurts, but you'll just sit there and make excuses for him, seeing what you want, hearing one thing and thinking about another, whatever helps with the delusional, because the truth is so much harder to accept. Foolish of me to believe that a dysfunctional family could function in a way that made me feel loved. Just like any and everything else, things are never what they seem. People change, or maybe they simply revert back to everything they're supposed to be. You mean to tell me that you're so afraid of being alone that you've decided to hold on to the one person that makes you feel so lonely, even while sitting beside them? You keep saying you want real love, and yet you've chosen to entertain the same person who will never love you. The heart wants what it wants, and it's too bad that the heart, your heart, doesn't want the one who deserves you. I tell you to let go, but you'll just say it's easier said than done. Typical, predictable, claiming to be in love, with someone who has done nothing to make you feel loved, someone who has done nothing to make you hate yourself, and sometimes you hate them just the same. I wish your desire to be happy somehow outweighs your tolerance for the heartache they've caused you. Are we still pretending that it doesn't hurt, or holding on to broken relationships in hope that the same day they'll work? Are we still holding on, using the last bit of strength we have, on lovers who only wish to use it up, then toss us out like a piece of notebook filled with errors? Are we still listening to lies, believing in liars who say whatever they need to say, just to get another opportunity to hurt us? Are we hurting yet saying nothing? It's painful, but we've kept quiet in hopes that things will change. Are we? Are you? Am I? Your father, the first man you knew, the first man you love, one half of the reason why you grew up so hard, so young and yet so your heart began to ache, breaking into a million pieces. You says you alone would learn to pick yourself up. Your father, the first man to disappoint you, the first man to let you down, the first man to cause you to lower to expectations. He loved you, yes, but I guess not enough to protect you while you loved him enough to look past his failures. You'd go on to accept his half-ass efforts to love you. You'd go on to accept men, their half-ass efforts to love you. Your father, only present just enough for you to feel like you mattered. Your lovers, only present enough to fool you into thinking that they cared. I used to wonder to myself, how could you ever love a man who barely made an effort? But then I witnessed your father, as he barely tried, and with tears in your eyes, you said you loved him. Your father taught you how to love men who reminded you of him. The broken girls are flowers of the earth. They grow through the conditions. They bloom for themselves. A man, child, will love you quietly, but a real man will be loud in his appreciation of your heart. I hope your flowers bloom through the rain. You don't even see how often the stars perform for you in the middle of every night. The heartache will teach you, then peace will fill you. Broken girls blossom into warriors. Alright, that is all for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed. I tried something a little different, and if people like it, I'll definitely do it a little more. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and please leave any comments, recommendations, requests. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I really hope to see you on the next video. So have a good day